Wicked, way oh, way oh, way oh. Hold up, way oh, way oh, way oh, way oh. Wicked, way oh, way oh, way oh. Hold up, way oh, way oh, way oh.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Quest of Destiny. Today, my wife and I, we are going to watch Wicked for the second time. The first time, I was not expecting it to be so good, and I never watched a Wicked musical. I don't know much about the backstory of Wicked, but my wife is a huge Wicked fan. She saw the musical in Broadway, and she grew up on the soundtrack. So she was excited to see the movie. I was apprehensive and very skeptical. I think it's kind of good that I went into the movie being a little bit skeptical because it blew me out the water. It was an amazing film, amazing acting. I don't want to say too much about it because I'm going to talk about it a lot later on with my wife. Super sad that Sunny cannot come with us. I hate leaving him here. It was so hard to do it when we went to go see Wicked a few days ago, but he's a big boy and he has his sister Yuki here and his friend Birdie, so I feel a lot better about him being here by himself. Yes, so this is Harvey's outfit of the day.
I have my Shiz University shirt.
Shiz University.
My striped top as an ode to Nessa, the Wicked Witch of the East.
Don't hurt him.
And of course I had to put my little retro flair on it.
I love it. We got Sunny, aka Toto.
And he says Team Elphaba all the way.
Yes. Team Elphaba in his house.
Yeah. This is an Aries household.
We're about to get out of here pretty soon. I'm gonna miss you, Papa. Be a good boy. We need to get some coffee before we head to the theater.
Oh my God, yes.
Miss you too, puppy.
Hi, Birdster.
Poor Sunny. We just snuck out the house. Had to bribe Sunny with a bunch of treats and keep him occupied with a bunch of toys. And luckily he has Birdie there. We have an 11:30 showing.
It's an 11:40.
Ooh, 11:40.
Yeah.
Oh, it shows us getting there right on time, huh?
Yeah.
But that's what the credits. I think we still have time to hit a Dutch Bros.
I think so too.
So we're gonna try to hit a Dutch Bros before they close at noontime and get to our movie down in Auburn. We're excited to see this for the second time. Here we go. Oh wow. Just as good as it was the first time, if not better. Oh, Wicked. So good. Oh my God. So fucking good. Honestly, it was way better the second go around.
It really was.
Like, I was less skeptical and just let myself cry. And oh my God, it was so good. Oh my God, oh my God. Movie of the year. Movie of the year. I'll fight anyone who says different. Oh man, Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, thank you. Shiz. Now that I'm in the safety of my car, I can really just let it out. But oh my God, I am not okay after watching this the second time, because the first go around I was so skeptical and I just knew I wasn't gonna like it, and this one was so sure that I was gonna like it. The dance scene where Elphaba is making herself known, even though people are still looking at her like this freak of nature, she's owning herself and dancing, and I just lost it. I lost it this time. My shirt is drenched in tears. This is the best movie I've seen in a very long time.
By far the best movie this year.
Best movie this year. Did Barbie come out this year or last year?
I don't remember. I think it was. I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. Wicked. Oh my God. I can't remember the last time I've cried so hard watching a movie. Oh.
I sure do.
Yeah.
Literally. Because we were literally just talking about how, like, breakups where nobody did anything wrong, you're just incompatible, are the hardest ones.
Because there's nothing wrong with you just wanting different things, but it sucks so bad when that leads you in two different places and you can't.
Yes, they were perfect
each other
for
freely.
each other.
I know.
They were perfect, and like
Perfect
Glinda
yin
is
and yang.
so like into herself, and the fact that such a special moment happened for Elphaba meeting the Wizard of Oz, and like she wasn't even jealous. She was just like
So happy for
not
Elphie.
used to not being in the center of attention, but so happy for her significant other to be receiving this like praise and attention and recognition for good things instead of negative things for once. And oh,
That's beautiful.
not okay. Like,
There's something so lovable about each of those characters, but their friendship as a duo is just...
we're still recording. Oh my god.
I'm just too dazed.
I also want to say too, the music. Oh, the music is so good. I don't even like musicals.
I know you don't.
I don't like musicals. I don't. I think they're corny. I think they're cheesy.
But when you know the story and you really, really love it, like, you can't
It
help
adds.
but like the music.
It definitely adds to the storytelling and music.
No, we literally knew exactly what was coming. But, like, the first time I saw this in Broadway, it was not the one in New York, it was in Kansas City. And so it wasn't as expensive. I got to sit really close. And when her whole cape takes up the whole stage in the end of Defying Gravity, and she's like flying on the stage, and I was just like in my seat, like, oh my god, like
That's
tears
crazy.
just streaming. In person, it is so good too.
I
Like,
can't imagine anyone else singing that song other than Cynthia Erivo.
Dude.
That is my first experience with the song, and I can't imagine it being, or Elphaba being played by anyone else.
whew.
Like, wow, she did such an amazing job speaking for just like a lot of people who feels like they are on the outside of society and casted out. I feel like the storytelling of Wicked can speak for a lot of people who feel like they're not seen, not heard, shunned away, and I definitely relate to it heavily. Such a beautiful, beautiful story, beautiful storytelling. I love the pacing of the movie. The pacing was phenomenal.
Yes.
It's just, even though it's almost 3 hours, normally I don't sit well when movies are that long, but the storytelling is just so good, and I'm captivated. I want to know what happens next. Even if I know what's happening next, I'm ready for what's happening. Like, I want to see it go down. I have to make it to the end, because Defying Gravity, what a powerful, powerful, powerful ballad.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Maybe I should put this on here so it's
Yeah.
not so bright.
Yeah.
How's that?
So much better.
So we just got out of watching Wicked for the second time, and we're on our way home, and we're gonna, I keep saying and, I say and a lot.
It's your crutch word.
It
That's
is my
okay.
crutch
Mine
word.
is and is better.
We just had a sob session.
Yeah.
I just sobbed for a good minute or two straight, thinking about the last scene where Glinda's looking up at Elphaba, saying, I hope you're happy, giving her her last goodbye, not knowing when she's going to see her again. Oh, the acting. I see why Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo has been crying a lot in these interviews, because I get it. Their connection, I don't know what those two got going on. It doesn't matter, but they were able to portray that in the movie. I don't think that was just all acting. I really don't. Not saying they're together. I just think that whatever chemistry they got, it works.
I was thinking the same thing, that like, even though they're actors, they pulled something that was true from within for their character, especially at the part where Ariana Grande or where Glinda starts dancing with her, and it's just the way Cynthia Erivo is crying in that scene that made me think, like, she's pulling from something personal there. The heartbreak in her face looked so real. It did not feel like acting.
It didn't.
She was incredible in that scene.
To
And
have
how can you
someone-
not cry?
Yeah, to have like someone finally come and
Validate.
like, not only like, validate you, but like be willing to stand up for you in front of other people, not being afraid of the perceptions of others and still being willing to stand with her friend. I just thought that was so beautiful and touching. What was your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite part, honestly, I even though it's not my favorite song, I love the song. My favorite part is the "What Is This Feeling" song.
Oh yeah,
I love it so much.
yeah.
The way the cast is background singing and they're all like supporting Glinda, and so it supports the story. I don't know. I love that. It gets me so pumped. What's your favorite part?
My favorite part of the movie was obviously the dance scene, because I feel like there were so many layers to that scene. How Elphaba even gets the hat was through Glinda being kind of fake nice. She was trying to make a joke about it, and the fact that Elphaba took that personally and thought that was a sign of goodness and sincerity for Glinda, and for her to go around and try to get her friend to be taught with her too. Does that make sense?
By Madame Morrible, yeah.
Yeah, like Elphaba really thought that she was being a friend, so Elphaba turned around and did a good deed. And for her to show up to this party, and all these people are laughing at her and pretty much looking at her like the black sheep of the crew, and I don't know, I just thought that was so beautiful for Glinda to step up and dance with her. And I just broke down crying, because there's so many times where I felt like I've been alone, and I just wish that I had one person to like stick up for me or say something. And in that moment I feel like in that moment, every kid that's ever been picked on or ever been like just outcasted, I feel like we've all just felt seen, and just wish that we had someone like Glinda who would step up for us in that moment. I just thought it was a beautiful, beautiful moment. And I broke down crying when Cynthia started crying. It was so good. It was so fucking good.
Yeah.
There's just so much to unpack with this movie, and I don't even know where to begin, honestly.
Well, like, one of the main themes that I was noticing is Glinda's decisions in the story. I could have found it.
Oh, I got it. It's okay.
Glinda's decision making in the story, she was so like torn between her heart and her head, if that's a good way of putting it. But essentially, okay, so one of the big revelations I had was when they were finally meeting the wizard, because I was thinking like, wow, the wizard is boasting about having this popularity amongst the people that Glinda has just naturally herself. And so I think one of the reasons why Glinda defends the wizard so much is because she kind of sees herself as being attainable to the wizard. Kind of like how we talk about like poor people defending billionaires because they think they're gonna be billionaires one day. And so I just think that the way Glinda pushes a certain expression of popularity, or of herself so that she can become popular, is kind of like her aspiring to be more like the wizard.
Glinda or
Glinda?
Glinda.
And so, like, I just thought of the song Popular when he was talking about, like, how it's what the people want, and so I gotta give it to him. And he's essentially, like, sacrificing whatever for what the people want. And that's essentially popularity, right? Yeah.
Another thing that I got to, that's a good point that you made. Another thing, since you mentioned the popularity, I think that they try to, or at least Elphaba tries to act like she's not into wanting to be popular, wanting to be seen and liked by many, but deep down, when you're a person who hasn't been validated in your childhood, you seek that from others. So like deep down, she wanted that popularity that Glinda had. Right. And I think that that's why she kind of gravitated towards her as well. And I think, cause like in the very first song, she talks about when she goes and meets the wizard, it's gonna be like her and everyone's gonna be looking up to her. Deep down, she wants to be seen and like acknowledged and loved by many.
That is what she wants, but then it all breaks when she meets the wizard. That's what the beginning of Defying Gravity is about. Glinda is like, you're about to have this, you're about to have what you wanted. The popularity, the fame, you can be with the wizard, which is what the Wizard and I is about. And Elphaba's like, I don't even want it anymore. I don't want the popularity. I will If I have to stand alone, I will stand no matter what.
Because she sees that, like, with being popular, you can't have to give up your morals. You can't be everything that you are and have everyone love you at the same time. In order for you to, like, be a full person and fully secure within yourself, you have to be willing to stand alone.
And you know what proves that? Is Glinda.
Yeah.
Because if she could be what she knows that Elphaba is right, but she refuses to go with Elphaba in the end because she knows what you just said.
She doesn't want to be alone.
Yes.
Even if it's with Elphaba, someone she loves. I think she craves more being loved by everyone.
And so she can't be her full self in order to be popular. She chose the popularity. She chose her ego. It was sacrificing too much for her to go with Elphaba.
Yeah.
And so she was down with Elphaba with limits. Like, she wasn't willing to sacrifice that
Yes.
much.
It's like, I love you and I'm willing to be with you, but if that means that I have to give up
Everything
and how people view me to be fully with you, she's not ready to let that go.
She didn't see the wizard for what he is in the same way that
Elphaba
Elphaba did, because the wizard wasn't trying to use her.
But she also don't have the same moral compass that Elphaba has too.
That's true.
That speaks to a lot to her upbringing compared to Elphaba, who didn't get much love, but the love that she did receive, I guess, like, was enough for her to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But
Well, I do know what you're trying to say. Essentially, they had such different upbringings that Glinda literally depends on her popularity, her validation, her
comes from others,
and her people like choosing her. And Elphaba has been rejected so many times that she's okay with.
And she's comfortable with being rejected. She's comfortable with being
Losing it
ostracized. She's
Yes.
comfortable with being by herself because she was literally born by herself, born to take care of herself. She has one caregiver, but like, yeah.
And that's the part that makes me cry so much in Defying Gravity when she asks Glinda to come with her, because like I was saying yesterday, she wants Glinda to come with her, but when Glinda like indirectly says no, you see this brief moment of her like heartbreak, which killed me,
being let down.
but then she snaps out of it really quickly, and overall is just like grateful that Glinda even stood by her for as long as she did.
And she realizes too that she's lived all of her life by herself, and this is just another thing that, you know, she has to take on by herself.
Oh my god, that's making me think of the part where she runs through the window and she's falling, and she's not just falling in silence. At first, like, everything that's ever made her feel rejected,
her dad's
is coming into her brain until it all goes silent when she sees herself and she chooses herself. She chooses herself. That's the ultimate, like, rejection of rejection.
And not
you know
only does
she
chooses herself, she chose her younger self that was rejected by her parents. Like, she decided to take, like, not take control, but she decided to parent her younger child and be like, I will be there for you and I will save you.
I'll choose you.
Yeah, I'll choose you. And by her doing that, she took her power back, and
that's what
was
literally
able to
makes her fly.
That's how she's able to fly, by choosing to care for her younger self and to be there for her. It's me. Oh my god. Call me crazy. I don't feel like we're even, like, we're barely scratching the surface of this movie.
Barely.
We're barely scratching the surface because, my god, like,
there's so much.
There's too many Easter eggs. There's too many gems. There's too much messaging to even be able to articulate everything that I saw on screen. And that's after the second time watching it. I feel like I'm not even doing a good job articulating my critical analysis of the movie, really.
You are doing a good job. Don't worry.
I hope so. I really hope so, because I feel like there's so much I want to say that I'm not getting out.